How is everybody doing? We're going to take a look at the complete works. This was a box set released in December 1985 by Queen. This is a nice collector's item. It's not perfect, it has some flaws, but at the same time it's a kind of a collector's piece that fans will probably want. And yeah, so collects the band's output from the debut up as far as the works, and then there's also a bonus LP titled Complete Vision, which has got some single B-sides. This could have been fleshed out. It's less than 30 minutes. It could have been fleshed out with some of the single edits from the catalogue, but that's another story. So let's check it out. There's some literature with this box. Got the tour itinerary, the world 1971 to 85, and all the stuff they took with them as well, equipment, checklist and all that stuff for shipping, and yeah, it's really good. The USA tour, I think. And yeah, so it's pretty cool. The stage designs for the early 80s sets. It's the 1982 tour, I think. Milton Keynes, something like that. It's the light rigging that the man sits into. And all that jazz. Then there's the book itself of the track titles. But first you have a map of all the countries they've performed in. And, you can see that they've dominated the Americas. Europe, and infamously South Africa. And then all over through Asia and Australia, Japan. Greenland up there, I think, isn't it? Yeah. I never remember hearing the Queen live in Greenland. Maybe I need a geography lesson. So here we have the book itself, and just tells you the contents. Each album comes in a white, a slightly off-white, kind of cream sleeve with Queen embossed on it, and it's got a numeral, Roman numeral, so 1, Queen, and that's the way it works, 2, 3, goes up along like that. So this is your index. If you got to poke through the box to find out which album you want, you're going to have to, pull them out, and the album names are written on the side, down here, on the spines. And also each sleeve has QB1, Queen Box 1, and then 5, so 5 would be a date of races. So it's kind of done a little bit strange that way, it's a bit, it's a bit confusing, but there is only the albums up to the works. So the works is the final album, this one obviously, and then there's an extra disc, and it's got some B-sides on it. So here you have Complete Vision, See What a Fool I've Been, A Human Body, Soul Brother, I Go Crazy, Thank God It's Christmas, One Vision, Blurred Vision. So that's the A and the B side of that single. And yeah, Life Killers is here as well. It's split in 2, Volume 1, Volume 2. I think the Complete Vision should have had single versions of the tracks, and there might be a few others that spring to mind, but yeah, so that's a bit flawed that way. You know, I don't think they were going to press greatest hits again for it, but Flash, that's another one. Flash is a single version of Flash isn't the same as the album version, and that's about it really. Like you're not going to need it. Just pointing those details out. Oh yes, digitally remastered by Mac at Sterling Sound, New York. So this was digitally remastered, except The Night at the Opera, Date to Races, Sheer Heart Attack, and Complete Vision. Other than One Vision and Blurred Vision. Digitally remastered by Peter Vince and Peter Mew at Abbey Road. So there. Disc cutting engineers Nick Webb and Steve Rook. Photography Peter Hintz. Yeah, so there's the details on that. So they're saying here that the albums were digitally remastered by Mac at Sterling Sound, and then Night at the Opera, Date to Races, Sheer Heart Attack, and Complete Vision, digitally remastered by Peter Vince and Peter Mew at Abbey Road. So yeah, I wonder, did they use the remasters then from this for the Queen catalogue on CD, which came out in the, was it October, November 1986, the first DMI pressings. So this, the way they've done it here, and I guess they probably didn't want to put colour sleeves. If they put the actual stock albums in here, people probably wouldn't have bought it, because they're saying, oh, buy all Queen's albums again inside in one box, and it would have been expensive. So that was out of the question. And then again, you know, if you had a colour cover on it, then some of the sleeves are gatefolds, and it just, fans might think, oh yeah, I bought the box set, and you know, A Night at the Opera was just the front and back. But it might have worked that way as well, though. You know what I mean? If you had it, you know, a picture, say the first Queen album, you know, the debut. If you had it here, you know, just in with a little border, and on the back, you know, you had the letters in the gold as well, side A and side B. That would have worked, because the way it is here, you know, there's no track listings on the actual sleeves, you see. So it was probably a cost-cutting thing as well. All they would have had to do was print up thousands of blank embossed sleeves and then just put a numbering on them. I've read on Discogs, some people got this box and there's numbers missing. They also said that Hot Space has the labels in reverse order, so side 1 and side 2 are mixed up. That's not the case with this box. So each time, you know, you have the Queen, and then the details on the album are on the back. So that's, at least that's right there. 2 and on the back. So I guess when you're listening to the album, you kind of pull this out, sit down, have a cup of coffee or a joint or whatever, and listen away. You know. So yeah, it's nicely done. You know, it's nice having this. Like, yeah, this kind of saves it, and it's nice to have. Obviously, the game is just white. And Flash looks fantastic, and Hot Space, it works. A little bit faded looking, yeah, but still. Then you have the track listing is here for greatest hits. It's just telling you what was on it, and I'm like a robot. So yeah, that tells you what was on it here. So, but like I said before, Fat Bottom Girls, that was edited for single, and so was Flash. They were edited. So here we go. Singles discography, and then you got the video, discography and or filmography, whatever you want to call it, and credits of producers and directors, and then biography on Queen here, and solo as well, Freddie Mercury, Mr. Bad Guy, Brian May, Starfleet, Roger Taylor, Fun and Space, Strange Frontier, and the singles, Deacon, little things that he did down here, played bass on single called Picking Up Sounds by Man Friday and Jive Jr. London 1983, played on It's an Illusion, featuring Rick Parfitt for Roger Taylor's Strange Frontier. Yeah. So yeah, it's yeah. In '85 as well, Deacon and Taylor also played on Elton John's Ice on Fire as a rhythm section for one or two songs on that album. And then we get this great photograph from the Works tour. I think that might have been the one that was used on the aborted Hammer to Fall single sleeve. Okay, so let's take these out. So as you can see here, all the album titles are on the side, and they're also numbered. QBX1. Oh, sorry, QBX1 is Complete Vision, sorry. But it starts off QB1, 1, QB1, 2, QB1, 3, Obi-Wan Kenobi. So yeah, nicely embossed, you can actually feel it, it's pretty cool. And you got your 1 up in the corner, like I stated. And then you've got your DRG packing bags. This says here 886, that's the bag. They have different dates on each one, but I presume this is a late press of the box. I think it was run for about, I don't know, 85, 86, into 86, and then it was discontinued after that. The first 600 were signed by the band, as far as I know. Each label is custom, Queen, the complete works, and then the album title, Queen, here, and then side 1 follows the original vinyl. Very, very nice. But they're all the same. Here's side 2. They're all the same. Now, the discs look as if they're direct metal master pressings. They're flat on the edge. My copy is incredibly clean. They do sound very good. There's no surface noise or anything. The dynamics are there. I don't think there's any compression used, you see, like modern stuff. So they sound good, you know what I mean? They sound pretty good. The discs are quite thin, that's the only thing. I think initial copies were thicker. I've heard reports that they just got thinner and thinner and thinner. Is it worth the money? Well, yes and no. I think, you know, if you're buying it and it's all correct, I think, to be honest with you, I think €100 or £100 is a fair price, but it seems to be going for 200, 250, whatever. You want to make sure it's correct. It's, you know, it's not an essential purchase by any means, but it's probably, you know, it's back in the day, it's what the new studio album collection is. The new studio album collection is probably more attractive because it's got all colour vinyl and stuff like that. It looks fantastic, but that's going to set you back 400, 450. That's not cheap. If you have all the albums on CD and you wanted them all on vinyl and you didn't want to pay out, you could try and track it down at some stage. I'm sure you'll find one, you know, I'm sure you'll find one for a bargain somewhere, but it has to be complete. It's a kind of an oddity, really. And I've also read, it says in Wikipedia that it appeared on vinyl and cassette, but I have heard no stories of a cassette version. I looked online, I can't see it. That would be quite ugly. Yeah, I couldn't imagine it on cassette. I wouldn't fancy that, really. But yeah, that's it, really. That's all I have to say about it. It's a nice box, and I bought mine, I'd say 2008. I paid enough for it. I can't remember how much I paid. It was could have been 120, I'd say. I bought it from England. and it was bought through a magazine, Record Collector, I can't remember, but the guy was sound enough. Like, and yeah, everything went smooth. It's big and bulky. It's quite heavy. You know, it's the real deal. And yeah, so yeah, I'd say it's not essential, but if you can come across it and you can get it, I don't think it's something you're going to wake up in the morning and go, oh, I really want it. But then again, you see, that's the trouble, collectors. You know, it's kind of niggling. I'd say the flaw in it is that, and it's only coming to me now again the more I talk about it. The flaws in it are the singles, because it's not complete works without the singles. And I just forgot Hot Space and Back Chat. There's a single mix of that track as well, you see. So yeah, but you see, then we look, it is what it is, and it isn't what it's not. Spine here as well is nice, because when it's in the record shelf, QB1, and you've got the crest, and then the complete works on the other end, which is nice. Which I found disappointing recently with some of the Queen box sets, News of the World, Life at the Rainbow, and Queen Forever. There's nothing written on the spines, you know, and it just looks strange in the collection. I hate that. It's just annoying that you just get this whole blank side. So that's it. That's the complete works up to 1985 anyway. And that's all I have to say about this. Thanks for watching. Feel free to subscribe, and I've also a link for Patreon and PayPal if you feel like contributing, so that I can make even more exciting videos. Anyway, take care.